What a big moment. The stage is set. Sawyer's coach, Micro Hall's a goofy footer just like Sawyer. And he was going, man, we've wanted a performance left on tour forever. A goofy has to win here at Manu Bay today. He's obviously in Lindblad's corner. Carissa and Sawyer playing the dance of trying to get on the inside position. It will be the 20-year-old goofy foot from San Clemente, but the bottom drops out on the ledge section, and she gets caught behind.
Down the end of the point. But you know what I love? It's good signs when you see a tussle from both of these ladies right at the start. Sawyer with another chance here.
Sawyer Lindblad draws a nice open face hook. Nice patience into the second turn. Goes over the top of it right into a wrapping cutback. She learned all these combinations on the lowers left, and look at her carve her way through the power source. Nice little hack off the top again for Sawblade. And she'll step off to start off with the lead over one of her heroes. Had an extended off season, on some surf trips to bring more into this season. What'd you see on this one?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, it was a good start. That first opening carve is, you know, what we've been seeing from her, a real staple this event. This wave, though, it was a little bit smaller. You can see the whitewash on it as well. It just didn't have that clean green open face that we saw in that last heat. So hopefully for Sawyer that she's just kind of figuring it out at the start of this, of course, a 40-minute final as well. So
some surfers actually call that the trials accidentally. Even it's still the main event, but it's so early in the contest. Carissa backhand still looking so sharp as she drills the lip line multiple times, still swinging for the top of the wave here. Nice, easy, controlled rhythm.
Wow.
She's not chasing sections. She's beautifully in the pocket. All control, all finesse. And
but this one from Carissa's was absolutely next level.
Unbelievable control, especially on the first turn, Jess.
It's just so much power. And the very first thing I thought when I was watching this wave was there is no double pump bottom turn. She's going from turn straight back into the bottom turn, going up into the lip again. Time and time again on this wave. That criteria of flow, tick. Speed was carried all the way through the inside and absolutely belted it. So had the moment at the start, a big moment at the end.
The backhand turns, here comes Sawyer Lindblad. Belts it off the lip line, nice control off the bottom. Gets the snap off the top, there's that quick open face cut back. Draws it in the pocket again. And just little cut back work towards the tail end of this ride. Slams that thing shut. Both surfers staying on their feet. Great effect into the quarters, and a finalist right here was Sawyer Lindblad, True.
Oh, this is a beautiful wave. Just a quick speed float to really open up and drive through that first turn. I love the push that she gets on her tail as well, and Sawyer is on fire. That was a beautiful connection, and it just looks like she's surfing with less pressure in this final, and she's hungry for her maiden win. You know, she's been on fire this whole event, and I think right now for Sawyer it's to really let the wings out, you know, and open up a little bit more and leave nothing in the tank. And
especially that love from several of the locals here on the beach. Carissa now backing up the 8.5. Big belt there, crushing that section, and one of her first falls all week. Making 2 finals back in 2024. Sawyer looking for her first ever championship tour win today. Carissa recovering from the fall. Second blast, just as big as the first. Backhand carve, she's got a little wedge coming off the point here, giving her a ton of speed. But she knows she wants to hug the pocket, likes the bottom turn from behind it, so she's not chasing horizontal cutbacks. She's been able to really identify the vertical part of the wave really well. Right now, she's really just looking for a lift back out to the top from the water patrol. Jesse, let's watch this one.
Great first turn. Just has that first turn on lock. Again, really big on that second one as well. And about this point in the wave, I thought this one's going to taper out to sea. It just didn't have that angle towards it where it was going to bend back towards her through this inside section. So Carissa, unfortunately, was left carving. And then at this point, this was just a strategical decision to get back on the ski, head back out the back. But
I'll throw it back to you, and we'll come back to Micro in just a second, Joey.
Okay, sounds good. Unless you want to call the first turn, Vaughn.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is Sawyer on the inside, and she's picked off a jam. She jams it through the lip. Wow. Oh, hacks back, and this is exactly what she needed after Carissa got the best of the first exchange, but this is looking beautiful here. Sawyer finding another gear in the final as she works her way down through Manu Bay on the inside to the cheers of a rapturous crowd, and Glen Micro Hall extremely happy with that wave.
That was goofy pride.
Best number of the matchup so far with 19 minutes to go. Let's enjoy it once again, Jessie.
Great first turn. I mean, straight up into the pocket. So much spray coming off the back, and I totally agree with Micro. I really see a lot of Yargo in Sawyer's rail work here. She gets an extra 10-20% out of the second part of her calves. You can see pushes that tail around, really drives hard off that back quad to get that extra 10-20% as well. So Sawyer off-season getting strong, and it's paying off with a 9-point ride here.
Carissa looking to answer, throws down a backhand snap. Another fan off the tail. Third turn is vertical with the slide, ripping into an open face carve. Turn number 5 is a setup. Wow, she was quick, showing that rail work and how powerful she is on tour. Now just playing with this little midsection that goes a little sleepy. Sometimes you get the inside corner bonus. This is where she waved to her family yesterday.
And I think for Carissa, she's really answering back strong and with a lot of power and authority. A couple of really fast whippy turns to start this one off. Love that connection there. That was lethal, that turn, drifting the fins. And this one, you see it start to taper out a little bit, but she got a lot of the damage done out behind it, just top to bottom surfing. Really connected, really smooth. Just classic Carissa form. And it was interesting, you know, a lot of people talking about Carissa.
Conditions and a tinier forecast. So right now, we're scoring. Easy call there. Sawyer up and out. So on that one, Carissa was looking for an 8.18 to get her lead back, true.
It's going to be in the morning. Is she going to have that? And she does. And so does Sawyer as well. And she's really taking it to her.
Look at Sawyer Lindblad. The 20-year-old is setting up the front side rail. Finds the pocket to start. Lunging into that section. Quick little fade. Pockets opening up. Hits it. Gets down to the wall again. Nice tight cutback. Here comes the lip section. She draws it off the top. Finding her flow on the open face again. So a lot of wrap to snap type combos. Trying to find the right projection when she's getting to the lip. So at certain stages it wasn't real clear where to really connect and throw her tail at it, but she did well. Wait to see what the scores are going to come in at. Jessie, let's watch this one.
There's no doubt that Sawyer's in really good rhythm with the ocean right now. This second carve was really nice, but it was from about here on out that we saw a lot of great surfing go down. Nice and tight turn in the pocket here. I love just when she drops her arm back in that and almost uses her front arm dropping back as an acceleration point. And this wave just bowled out perfectly through Manu Bay down on the inside here. Didn't get that inside cupped out wall right when we go down to the boat ramp, but just these 3 turns through this mid part of the wave had some real juicy points on it. And she really did execute on the best part of the wave so perfectly. I felt like Carissa's last wave, it was a bit smaller, didn't have that similar bowl that we're seeing on this wave for Sawyer Lindblad. So I feel like Carissa would have watched this wave either from the ski or getting onto it and seen the shape of it.
Here we go. We're loving our time here in New Zealand. What a beautiful place. What a beautiful left. Carissa Moore looking to answer back to Sawyer Lindblad as she throws down another great backhand turn. Second one was perfect. Arcs it back into the power source. It's got a nice little low road kind of hugging the point. She's going to stall a bit. The 5-time world champ is just going to get out of there. See it getting full through that inside. Tide is incoming. It'll peak high tide at 5 o'clock this evening. It's about 2 o'clock, just about local time in the afternoon here on Monday. Take the lead here. True, what'd you see on this one?
Love these first 2 turns. That first one was beautiful, and it really set her up to go straight back up into that second one. It was a really good, impactful first 2 moments in this first wave, but you could see in the end it dies out a little bit, and for Riss, you know, she needs something bigger. She needs a wave that's really going to offer at least 3 of those turns that we saw at the start. But it's just impeccable textbook surfing from Riss in this heat, and love this turn here. She just gets that extra little redirect, that extra 5% on those turns, and it's really showing just how critical they are in those, dying moments.
Gosh, love this angle. It just feels like you're on a boat trip from the vision from Sammy Smith on the back of the ski, and really appreciating her form at the moment, Jess.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Carissa all event long has had that women's sports, but then the other side of my heart is like, how cool for Sawyer Lindblad if she gets her first win here.
Yeah, nothing like your first win, right? And Carissa's just trying to get closer to Steph Gilmore on the all-time win list. Sawyer, fun little cupped out left, punches the first section. Huge open face carve. Lindblad lighting it up off the top. What a combination of turns to start. And she'll wrap it into the pocket again, jams it well off the lip line. Sawyer crushing the oncoming section. A goofy foot's dream right there here at Manu Bay. Aggressive decision with that first big, powerful snap. San Clemente, who had some very creative type cutties on the open face. Here we go again, Jessie.
Just to start vertical like that, it's going to have such a exclamation mark for the judges. That second carve had the most amount of acceleration we've seen from her this entire event long. Such a tight pivot in her circle, in her turning circle. And then to get this bonus section down through this second bit, up and into it on the foam there. Sawyer.
For a little downtime to start as C.Moore now loading up. Nice patience there. Then goes up more vertically on the second turn. Slingshot bottom turn, belts it again. C.Moore has an oncoming section. She floats it. The 5-time world champ wraps it. The Hawaiian's just been delivering heat after heat. Got both finalists here on his surfboards as we watch this one again, Jessie.
I was on the edge of my seat for this wave. I was holding my breath the whole way through. I thought Carissa was bummed on that carve, and then this one just hit the bank perfectly. Massive second turn into that. That's that tail drift we've seen all throughout this week. She combos it up yet again. That turn in particular, I was like, oh my gosh, you cannot fall on that moment if it wanted to go excellent. But just see exactly where she's pinpointing her turns. This is such a textbook way to surf Manu Bay. Exactly what True and I have been saying that Matt mentioned in the booth, just coming from behind here. Look at her almost redirect her turns after she comes off the lip to be in the foam. She knows it's where she gets the power source from. It's where the critical turns for her are coming from. And what a hard place to do a backside floater there. There was so much lump and bump for her to navigate. But Carissa, she would have known as well that she had to make that turn to try and get this wave in that excellent wave. And there was big turns. It was a big wave. No downtime in between turns.
To go. Carissa getting closer to what would be a 29th career championship tour win. She'll run after this wave under prio. Big blast. Perfect vertical snap for Riss. Another big belt, putting a little extra on the slide. And now throwing a little backhand carve. Lindblad's on the one behind it. Carissa's aware of that. Huge open face hook for the Californian. Another belt off the lip line. Sawyer wrapping it into the inside, and
right now.
Minute 10 to go. Carissa getting closer to what would be a 29th career championship tour win. She'll run after this wave under prio. Big blast. Perfect vertical snap for Riss. Another big belt, putting a little extra on the slide. And now throwing a little backhand carve. Lindblad's on the one behind it. Carissa's aware of that. Huge open face hook for the Californian. Another belt off the lip line. Sawyer wrapping it into the inside, and Carissa's done. Just Lindblad. There's that classy little wrapping cutback where she can just claw and grip the open face. And she will step off. Is that the last exchange we will see in the final? Carissa trying to better an 8.5. And Sawyer was hoping for at least an 8.91, and that's if Carissa did not improve. It's in the judges' hands.
This is really interesting. Sawyer did absolutely everything on that last wave. It felt like it maybe wasn't the perfect shape through that end part of the wave there. Sawyer, I just think to be able to surf a wave under pressure, needing a score in the final and execute it, it's really showing how much she's grown during that off-season. It definitely, like you mentioned, is in the judges' hands. I don't know if I'd love it as much as that 9-point ride, but we're going to have to see. Is that not one of the craziest finals you guys have ever seen? That was just back-to-back, constant, just pushing the level. This one is Sawyer, beautiful opening arc for Sawyer. She needs that 8.91, and she's pushing for it for sure. She's not leaving anything out there. It's just these moments where you see she just lacks that critical section, that vertical moment, and I love that she just didn't wait for it, you know.
Sawyer kicking out of that last wave. Judges are wrapping things up here, and you can see it.
Oh my God.
As the scores lock in, not enough for Sawyer. What a day for Carissa Moore. What a week. Time changes the tour, but greatness keeps showing up. Carissa Moore, your champion of the Corona Cero New Zealand Pro, presented by Bonsoy. Her 29th career championship tour win.
Wow.
Carissa with a 9.4.
All that hard work paying off. Watching the tour, what could have felt like moving on without her, reminding herself and the world that she's still one of the all-time greats.
How's the emotion there? You can really feel it. It's also, you just can't help but smile in these moments. I mean, it's similar to when Steph won at the Goldie. These are your heroes growing up who have taken time off, come back and are still dominating. Lakey Peterson as well. The vets have gone back to back to back, from Margies to here, so they really are proving a point this season that they mean business and they're here to stay. I love it. You know, they're really stamping their authority. Carissa Moore coming back with this one and just carrying on from Steph and from Lakey, like you said, Jesse, is huge. And the smiles you've seen them all week, but this one's just even bigger.
Carissa Moore now moves up to number 6 in the world, heading into Punta Roca. 33 or 34 wins is what the record is on the all-time win list. Steph got that. We just saw that go down at the Gold Coast, passing it to her longtime rival. Who could have scripted this? Chasing a 6th world title this year. She's chasing Lane with 7. Steph with 8 world titles.
Wow.
We haven't seen this kind of elation in a long time. Remember, she had 2 wild cards in 2024, but that's just a couple events, along with preparing for the Olympics.
Hi, Lana. High five. High five. Wow, we did it, Bubba.
You did it.
Okay, well, let's get up there. Not on this. Flipping for high dad. Thanks so much.
There's Carissa's dad.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for staying. So stoked. Let's just go up here.
Incredible.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, actually, can I steal one of you guys?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, hold the ball.
If you don't mind holding it.
Hold the ball behind. Hold the ball behind.
Okay, you want to ride with me?
Oh, yeah. You guys ready?
You okay, guys?
I don't know.
This is going to be terrific.
Oh my gosh.
That is so cool.
Wow.
Mom strength, mom power. The more Ohana on the chair there. Grandpa on the left. Her husband Luke. And baby Helena. Absolute magic moments here at Manu Bay. Carissa Moore takes her 29th championship tour win.
Thank you. I felt the spirit. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for taking
Men's
it.
final getting started. As you can see, Italo taking on Morgan Siblick as we have Italo going for a giant punt to start. Incomplete. Siblick will now have priority. Carissa Moore is not just one of the most popular surfers in the world, one of the most popular humans to hang out with. The aloha just shines on her face.
I just feel like we're the luckiest people in the world to witness what is happening in professional surfing right now.
What a dream come true. What a year it's been, celebrating 50 years of the World Tour. Coming back here to New Zealand after so many years, and Carissa Moore picks up another victory.
Carissa Moore, congratulations. You are the Corona Cero New Zealand Pro, presented by Bonsoy Champion. It has been an incredible week. The performances you've put together have been so dominant. We haven't seen anything like that since John at Margaret River years ago. It has been a fantasy. You could never have dreamed that it was going to play out like this for you as this week planned out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, it's better than I could have ever dreamed of, and it means so much to me. When I walked away 2 years ago, I didn't know if I'd ever get this feeling back or this opportunity to surf perfect waves with only one other person out in front of a beautiful crowd and at a beautiful place with my family on the beach. And in that process, you doubt yourself so much. And so I think the win is just, it means so much to me, and I just, I don't want to not be able to say thank you to my husband, because without him, this wouldn't be possible. To my beautiful daughter, who is adapting to all these conditions and places we're going. I couldn't do it if she wasn't willing to, and my dad, he's here. And for me, this feels like a really full circle moment with him. Our first CT win was here in New Zealand. And so to have it with him here is really cool. And my sister was here, and all my family at home has been so special. And I also, been thinking about it a lot. I really want to dedicate this win to Greg Browning, my friend who passed away last year. He is the most spectacular human I've ever met, and he is the example that I think we all should, strive to be, because he just lived with kindness and love and treating people good, because that's what matters.
Beautiful man, and such a fitting tribute. You had to take time off school when you first came here to win your first CT, to be here all these years later with your family. It's on another planet, and your beautiful daughter has already experienced getting cheered up the beach in front of a massive crowd. I mean, what a moment to share.
Yeah, she probably won't remember it, but I can't wait to look back at the photos and videos and be like, look what we did together. How cool is that?
Let's talk about the final. It is honestly one of the best finals we've ever seen in the history of women's surfing, in the history of surfing, full stop. It was two women in absolute blinding form, really going toe-to-toe, and Sawyer had to really make you step up to bring out yet another top-line performance.
I was on the ropes for a good portion of that heat. When she dropped that 9, I was like, oh my gosh, okay, well, I need a wave and I need to show up. Sawyer's been on point all event. I respect her so much, and I think she's really found her form this year. She's had consistent results, and so going into the finals, I was like, either way, obviously I would love a win, but seeing Sawyer win her first event would have been really rad too. But I know it's coming for her.
It's definitely coming. On the Gold Coast, we saw groundbreaking backhand surfing on the women's draw, and you must have been itching to get here to New Zealand and showcase what you could do in that format as well.
Oh, this is such a fun left. It reminds me a lot of some of the waves we have at home. I've been really inspired by the other performances from my peers, and honestly, I haven't been surfing backhand enough, so I was a little bit nervous coming here, but I'm really, really grateful just to have found my groove.
It's been an incredible week, as I say. Every single time you paddled out, it felt like magic was happening. You know, the sun would go down, the wind would drop off, and this just caps off a beautiful, beautiful moment for you, Carissa Moore, the champion of the Corona Cero New Zealand Pro, presented by Bonsoy. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks for all the support, guys. Thank you.